A steam engine is powered by coal, and as coal burns, it gives out immense heat that turns water into steam. This energizes the engine, and as it moves along, it draws carriages with it. But what is being emitted and formed? A lot of smoke is given out, ash is collected, and unless these two are periodically cleansed, the engine would not function efficiently. So are living organisms. A number of metabolic processes take place inside the body, generating a lot of waste, which if not thrown out from the body can produce toxic effects. This process of expelling the toxic waste is called as excretion. Besides throwing out the toxic waste, water and ion concentration is to be regulated, and this is called as osmoregulation, which generates or builds up an osmotic pressure in the cells. Now in animals, what are the wastes that have to be removed? Wastes can be classified as respiratory waste, nitrogenous waste, and also waste got by the breakdown of blood pigments, that's hemoglobin. Respiratory waste comprises of carbon dioxide, and as we exhale air out of our body, carbon dioxide is also being given out into the air. That is, the body is freed of carbon dioxide. What about water? Water can be lost in the form of sweat or also excreted by our kidneys in the form of urine. A number of metabolic processes take place, especially protein metabolism generates nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea and uric acid. But one has to remember this has to be removed from the body, and kidneys in the case of human beings are the main excretory organs for the expulsion of nitrogenous waste in the form of urea. Blood. RBCs, they have a short lifespan, they are broken down, they are destroyed, and the hemoglobin has to be broken down into a form which has to be expelled by the body. Where does this process get accomplished? It's in the liver and in the spleen. And the products of the breakdown of hemoglobin are bilirubin and biliverdin, which are removed from our feces. They give the color to our feces. Now, let us see how very simple organisms accomplish this process of excretion. Well, you know, the simplest organism, an animalcule, is amoeba. Just one cell, but how beautifully it manages its physiological processes. It lives in water. The concentration inside the cell of the salts is much higher than outside. Constantly water is getting into its body through the body surface. But it is able to manage its osmotic pressure, that is, it osmoregulates. Yes, diffusion takes place through the body surface. Besides that, it also has a small organelle, the contractile vacuole. The contractile vacuole is circulating inside the endoplasm, and at a point when the endoplasm contracts around the contractile vacuole, it also bursts to discharge its waste, which have a mixture of water and a number of salts. Let's spend a few minutes to see how excretion takes place in plants. In plants, the main excretory products are carbon dioxide and water vapor. Now, carbon dioxide during daytime is never really expelled out of the plant. I'm sure you got it why. This carbon dioxide is used by the plants for photosynthesis. If at all carbon dioxide has to be evolved, carbon dioxide along with water vapor is expelled through stomata or through the lenticels. Now there are certain salts like calcium oxalate. In Zimikand, you will find crystals of these accumulating in it.